The power is at minimal settings, and the gravity generators are operating on emergency power. The atmospheric machinery has been compromised, and the air is toxic. The Prool must have intentionally shut down life support and pulled the disconnects on the antimatter generators powering the ship's critical systems. Although my Grawl scientists had a hand in the design of Sail's ship, the Chalt Council ordered Sail to remove the Fury from our base before it was complete. They feared that my Uleron AI would infect the ship's systems and give us access to classified equipment. What they didn't know was that Justice inserted a subsystem of himself into the Fury. Sail knew Justice well enough to suspect the truth, but has never mentioned her suspicion to us. I wasn't going to let the cat out of the bag unless it was absolutely necessary. Kuntz called Sail. If the crew willingly turned over the ship to the Prool, why bother to turn off the power? The Fury's artificial intelligence would resist all attempts at subjugation. The Prool probably feared the AI would destroy the ship, and them along with it, Sail replied. Tria changed subjects to a more pressing topic. Principal Investigator, our expendable munitions are dangerously low. Relying on our beam weapons to defend ourselves in the close confines of this ship could lead to further casualties. We need to find out if the armory is still intact. Tria was correct. Our munition packs and nanite reservoirs were empty. My suit HUD showed that I was down to 3 ballistic spikes in the launcher magazine on my left forearm. That left me with only my beam weapon, and I knew how my crew felt about me making use of it in tight quarters. My suit AI gave me a quick sit-rep on my team's ordnance. Tria had somehow retained her shotgun and had a single penetrator slug. Clutch was empty on his suit ammo, but had 2 charges left in his plasma launcher. The weapon was a nightmare in the best of conditions, let alone inside of a ship's spaces. If he started a fire with the damn thing, we would have to abandon the ship and take our chances in interdimensional space. That risky proposition could lead to us being lost and drifting for eternity. Kuntz was our rear guard and had a shotgun that my suit confirmed once belonged to Zool. It was all we had left of his remains. It had 4 rounds of explosive buckshot in its magazine. Sail had zip for expendable munitions. Before Sail could reply to Tria's comment, Clutch called out a warning. Contact! When we had made our escape and ported into the rear spaces of the Fury, our location was a roll of the dice. My no-light sensors showed we were in some of the crew's quarters, most probably the star drive techs. There were 8 bunks stacked 4 high on opposing walls and a small common area in between. We spread out and crouched low after the troopmaster's alert. Our armor's cloaking systems were almost non-existent from the battle damage we took while fleeing to our current location. If the lights were to suddenly come on, there would be no hiding. Even if we were able to cloak, the Prool have already shown they have the capability of detecting our presence. We braced ourselves for another confrontation. The strike team got a view from Clutch's HUD cam. There was a Prool maintenance drone walking in the pitch-black corridor that leads to the crew quarters. The 4-legged bio-machine was coming directly at us, but showed no signs of alarm. Clutch was just inside of the crew quarters entrance and extended his climbing hooks. The powered edge on the hooks could slice into almost any surface. They made excellent close-quarters combat weapons. The weak point on this particular bio-machine was the relatively soft armor at the base of the machine's hulk, just between its 4 legs. The problem with this was you had to be under it, or knock it over to get a good kill with our edged weapons. The bio-machine suddenly stopped at the open hatch. A small light on its exterior flashed once, then ceased. The bio-machine jerked sideways as if to leave. The troopmaster's patience was at an end, and he threw himself down on the deck at the Prool's feet. The bio-machine swung back around to face the sudden noise and movement. Clutch jammed one of his hooks upwards into it with such force he lifted it off the deck and sent it crashing onto its side. It was not a clean kill. What made matters worse is it appeared that Clutch's hook and armored gauntlet were stuck in the bio-machine's guts. The Prool started thrashing around in the corridor like a blender gone wild, dragging Clutch with it. The noise was like a train wreck, complete with sparks and smoke. Tria leaped forward onto the bucket.